Hey guys, this is Landon Summers here, and today I'm going to be teaching you about some of the benefits of going to a trade or tech school as compared to your regular 4-year education. Just an introduction to start off with. I come from a mostly working class family that has acquired and learned most of what we have with our own two hands, and I'm not saying that type of lifestyle is right for everyone, but it's the values that I was raised with, and I'm going to try to pass on some of these different values to you. I believe that learning a skill or a trade can far outweigh the typical college experience and can actually be better suited to most students, considering that a 4-year degree is not needed for most jobs or most careers that people want to get into. Your typical 4-year degree can cost massive amounts of money, and it may not actually give you the best return on your investment once you actually get into the field and start working at your 9 to 5. It can be very different from what you expect. Jobs that are considered trades typically only take anywhere from 1 to 2 years to complete schooling. Schooling for these jobs is typically very cheap compared to the 4-year educations, and you have the potential to earn big bucks right out of the gate. Most trade jobs start off with hourly rates starting at around $20 an hour, and these can easily move up to $30, $40, $50, even $60 an hour as you progress through your career. Another benefit of choosing a trade is job security. Trades are very hard to export to other countries that could perform your labor cheaper, and therefore your company would just give other people your job. So job security and pay are almost guaranteed. It can be really easy to export a career in, say, computer programming work to another country, but it's not so easy to export work in jobs such as the construction field or the welding field. Good paying jobs in the trade fields can easily rake in over 6 figures, and they have very competitive salaries to those of people with 4-year degrees. The work of a trade is also typically very self-satisfying to perform and does not get monotonous as the days go by. There's just something about building and completing something with your own two hands that you really can't get anywhere else. It costs the average American about $127,000 to earn their bachelor's degree. This is just a ridiculous number to some people that don't come from a whole lot of money. At a trade school, the cost of an average education is about $33,000 to earn your degree, depending on what program the student decides to go into. The student will have less debt than a traditional college student and be making about the same pay stumps once they get out into work. And they get out into work about 2 years earlier, too. Another benefit of going to a trade school is it's just smaller. They have smaller classrooms for less students. So unlike a university, you're not going to be crammed into large lecture halls with a bunch of people you don't know. You'll be able to get to know every single person in your classroom and your instructors as well on a pretty personal level. And this is going to benefit you in the future as you're able to get more one-on-one attention and you're able to get more help from your peers. Another benefit with going to a trade school is that there is typically not a long waiting list. With big 4-year universities and colleges, there's usually only one start date, and if you miss it, you're just kind of out of luck for that school year. With tech schools, there's always multiple start dates for the programs, so you don't have to worry about missing the first application date. Most tech schools have new courses starting about every 10 weeks. While attending a trade school, you'll probably notice that right away the classes are smaller and you can get more individualized attention from your instructors and also from your peers. This is also another benefit to trade school, as your peers are trying to achieve the same goal that you are, so they're going to be more likely to help you, and you can develop a group of like-minded peers who are interested in the same things that you are. This bond will provide support that makes getting through a school and finding a job much easier once you're done with schooling. While attending a 4-year university, it can be a very good choice for people in some careers. But I do feel that it is often pushed too hard upon high school students that going for a post-secondary education is mandatory and not an option. Trade schools offer a good balance between both of these categories, and they have the pay stumps of jobs that require a much higher education to complete. Some young adults just simply don't have the money to pay for a full 4-year education, and they often end up sinking themselves into debt trying to obtain this goal. I feel that this is unnecessary and can hurt young adults throughout the rest of their lives as they struggle to pay off their 6-figure college debt. Overall, I do feel that trade schools are a great option compared to typical 4-year universities, and they should be considered and pursued by most students who are looking for a post-secondary education. It not only offers you the benefit of achieving something that you might not have been able to do otherwise, but it gives you a skill that no one else can take away from you. And that's something that is truly amazing. So thank you guys for listening to me, and maybe you guys have learned something new from my talk.